Good morning, everybody. How is everybody?
Good morning, Larry.
Good morning. All right, so everybody, tell me something good. Somebody pick up a microphone and tell me something good. When the room got
I
quiet.
can tell you something good.
What do you got, Kate?
The power of a database. I showed a lady homes in 2017, and for personal circumstances, she decided it wasn't the right time. So she kind of dropped off my radar, but because I have a database with an automated drip campaign, she called me on Sunday and said, I've seen your construction and I want to buy it. I didn't think I'd need a realtor. And then I saw the contract and thought, oh, yes, I do. Will you represent me? And 5 years, how many years is that? 4 or 5. Out of the blue, haven't spoken to her since 2017, except by a drip campaign.
I love that.
425,000.
Nice. Power of the database. What else? One more. Tell me something good. Michelle.
All right, I am Michelle Collins, my husband Jeffrey Collins. We have been here for a couple of months. We've been with Keller Williams for about 7-8 years. And I am so excited. If you guys do not know who he is, his name is Mitch Rainey. And can you say that, Mitch? He's right there in the white shirt. And I love this man. And he's a wealth of information. And we have him in our office now. You guys give him a round of applause because he's amazing. If you don't know it yet, he has helped our business. He's there to answer any questions. And now you can walk in and talk to him. But he has helped us stay out of trouble. He's helped me stay in line. And if I don't listen, he just goes to Jeff. So he is amazing. So you guys take good care of him. He'll take good care of us.
Awesome. Sounds good. Leslie Lerner. There she is. Come up here real quick. Now I got a little bit later for her in the presentation, but she's a real estate broker with a closing. So Leslie is Houston's very own Trek commissioner, right? So now if you've ever thought about what a commissioner looks like, here's what a Trek commissioner looks like. There you go. We're gonna have a town hall. It's gonna be on
October 20th.
You should like it.
October 20th.
October 20th, and you brought in some guests.
Yes, we are going to have the executive director, Chelsea Buchholz. We may have the chairman, Scott Kessner, and I don't know for sure, but maybe an attorney on there as well. So we'll round them all up and we'll be here for you.
Right. So the town hall, the goal is what?
The goal is for you to get your questions answered. So come up with your questions and we're happy to answer them for you. I think you wanted to talk about wholesaling.
Yep.
And maybe advertising questions.
Mm-hmm.
And was there another one you wanted to talk about?
Wholesaling, advertising. Mitch, what was the other one? Remember? He's like, hey, you're putting me on the spot a couple times in here already.
Yeah, I don't remember the other one.
And then, we'll be here for questions, right? So you'll be able to have some questions that you want to ask. Leslie's going to send the panel. I think the rest of them are going to be mostly virtual.
Most of them are going to be virtual. I'll be here with you and just come with your questions and we'll try to answer whatever we can. If we can't answer it, we'll get back with you. So, but hopefully we have some good questions to help everybody be better.
All right. So give Leslie a hand.
Ask questions. If you want to send them to Larry or me, we'll send them on to Leslie so she will have. If y'all have questions for Leslie, go ahead and send them, email them to me or Larry, and we'll pass them on to her so she'll be prepared.
Good. All right, keep the mic right there. All right. I'm looking at Christopher, I'm thinking, wait a minute, I got the clicker here. All right, so if you are new in the last month with Keller Williams Memorial, stand up. New in the last month, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Marlene, where's Marlene at? Marlene was our newest agent, and she just signed up a few minutes ago. I don't see her right now. She was, there she is, Marlette, I'm sorry, Marlette. So you were with us about a year ago or so. Garrett says 2 years. You say, no, it's a year. Teresa says, no, it's a year. So it's the year and a half, okay?
Yes,
Welcome back.
thank you.
All right. All right, today, what does everybody think about today's breakfast? Yeah. Come on up here real quick. Come on up here real quick. She's shy. I've met her this morning. She is not shy. See? Who are you?
Hi, I'm Michelle Bua, the owner of Bua's Bistro and Catering. We've been in business for approximately 25 years, just running the gamut in the food industry, loving it. I am very customer oriented. I like to hear what you're looking for. I love to provide it. It puts a smile on my face and hopefully yours. We're a full service turnkey catering business. We are wanting to move in your neighborhood and are working on a lease at the old Jonathan's Road. We want to open up a little bistro, little teenies and tapas on the patio. We're going to add a venue. We're going to have party packs to go. We're looking forward to finding a place that'll be home for us. And we're hoping that you'll enjoy tasting our food today. We are open for business. Anything you need for the holidays, drop off anything at one of your customers, make you look good. Thanks for having me today.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Chris Kelso, where are you at? There he is. You guys got this mic really mic'd up now. I mean, you got it working.
Got it working right
Got it working, I tell you.
How you doing, bud? How's everyone doing this morning?
We'll try it one more time. How's everyone doing this morning?
Woo!
Oh, I love it. It's so good. So 2 things I want to tell you guys, actually 3 things I want to tell you guys. Number 1 was, Marina's not here, is she? So this weekend, interesting thing that happened. So 3 different offers we put out for real estate agents. And all 3 times, you guys know this, I call the listing agent, let them know, hey, by the way, your client's pre-approved. It's by me. Lisa, how you doing? You know how it works. And all 3 offers were accepted this weekend. All 3 of them were, right from the very beginning. Now, here was the funny part. Marina, and she's not here right now, she can tell you this. So she makes an offer, and the individual who accepted the offer actually tells her, says, you got an offer from Chris Kelso? You got a pre-approval from Chris Kelso? And she's like, yes, is that a problem? And he goes, no, it's multiple offers. You guys are number 1. You got it because Chris was on it. So just an FYI, you have somebody in here that I can tell you this, is that our reputation, fortunately, is very good, and you guys have access to it. I will tell you the hardest working woman I've ever seen is right downstairs in Morgan. She is absolutely phenomenal. Lisa, how good is she? Yeah, you know, you guys know this. I like to have testimonials. Talk about that if you don't mind.
Sure, I reached out to her. I had 3 clients that needed help and immediately got on it. And it was, you know, a lot of the times the clients think I can get to it later. We actually missed a property because they didn't have their stuff together and have regretted it. So it's really important at day 1 to really push them hard to get with the lender. It's easy. I actually have one in California. Chris is licensed in California,
Yep.
9 states or something.
That is correct.
I had the reverse flow. I have some selling a property here, moving to California. She called because she found a property in California. They do 20-day escrow there, by the way, 20 days. And so she needed her pre-approval so we could go out last week and look for properties. So we really appreciate Morgan and Chris.
Well, thank you very much, Lisa. I appreciate it. Secondly, is everybody hear about the new change that Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae is going to, specifically Fannie Mae? Okay, so right now you know this. You get a client that has a credit score. Let's say they both have credit scores, and they've got a 630 and a 580 and a 605, and the co-borrower has a 720 and a 705 and a 740. So you're going to take the lowest of the 2 credit scores, right? That's the way it works right now. They changed that. Now they're averaging the credit scores out. So now somebody who potentially might have been a 598, if you average out their credit score, they might actually end up averaging out of a 656. Brand new change that went into place with Freddie and Fannie right now. So the other thing is a lot of people who might not have qualified because their credit score was going to be a little bit lower is actually going to qualify right now because we're actually doing credit score averaging. Pretty cool stuff out there. So if you guys haven't seen that, take advantage of that. And then lastly, we've implemented a new system called Candor. Okay, it's internal to our company right here. So we can actually, on all of our conventional products and jumbos, we can actually submit it and get a fully underwritten AI file within 1 minute. Craziest thing. So we can actually get a file in, you guys, you get a contract in, we get a file in, we run it through Candor. We have it approved with conditions. Literally speaking, I'm talking about within an hour, but it usually just takes me about 1 minute to press that button, then wait for the AI to come back. So when speed is something that you really need, it's something really good. We're actually working with Candor and some of those products we have right now across the board. So as I tell everybody all the time, you guys have some of the greatest partners in any market center I've ever seen right here. Not only in me, hopefully, but more importantly, in all the partnerships you have back there. We have everybody, except Ed, but everybody else back there, I'm just telling you guys, I'm just joking. Ed's a really good friend of mine, and he's now a sponsor here. So everybody back there, that you're gonna see everybody's really, really good individuals. So I can speak on behalf of all the partners is give everybody one opportunity. That's all we ask is give everybody one opportunity at the entire market center. All 700 plus agents was to give everybody one of your next deals. It would make everybody extremely happy and would definitely make their year and make their month. So thank you all very much. My name again is Chris Kelso, and we appreciate everything you guys do.
Thank you, sir. All right, so as Chris said, you know, we've got some great partners here. So we've got Deanna Millis with North American Title, Carla Schwab with Allegiance Title, Jenny Kluger with Allegiance Title, Kathy Crittenden with Alamo Title, E.L. Crane, VRPS Title, and Miss Sarah Watson with Frontier Title. Our gold partners, James Acosta with Acosta Insurance, Tammy Rose with Old Republic Protection, Rachel Williams with High Tech Home Inspections, Laura Springman with Brian and Brian Inspections. Kathy Leger with Leger Insurance, Scott Pratt with Pratt Insurance, Jean Antone with Super Home Warranty, Jasmine with Goosehead back in the back there. Jeff Owens with Preferred Home Inspections, Stacy Weimar with Home Warranty of America, Melanie Bowles, One Guard Home Warranty, Daniel Torres with Topics Photo and Video, and Wes Arnold with Arnold Roofing and Construction. Silver Partners, Marjorie Blankenship with Chick Haas, Priscilla Marino with US Health, Sarah Flores with Empire Utility Concierge, and Stephen Mayers with Bold Bids. Welcome, Ed. Come up here. So Ed Kemp, and by the way, so Ed came out, how many of you all went and participated in Red Day? Okay. So we had about 200 of you all down there. We had about 200 of you down there, and we were doing a project down at the St. John's United Methodist Church. So Ed came down there and volunteered his time and his resources and helped us out. So we thank you for that. So what do you do? Welcome aboard, by the way.
Thank you very much. And that was a great day. My name is Ed Camp. I'm with Hygienetics. Hygienetics Solutions, powered by me, Chris.
And he is funny.
I created a company 6 years ago that creates healthy homes. By the way, I'm new to Keller Williams as a sponsor. However, I'm not new to many of your agents. I've done work for many of your agents here. So I'm a proud sponsor to be here. And actually, I won't carry on as long as Chris did, but I'll tell a story. When I started my company 6 years ago, my focus was on hospitals and retirement homes because there was a lot of influenza breakouts. And the chemical that I used to sanitize homes was something that will kill MRSA and E. coli and every other virus, and now COVID. And then Harvey hit. And when Harvey hit, I was asked to speak on a panel here at this office. And there was a mold inspector, there was an appraiser, there was a mortgage guy, an insurance agent. We all talked about, you know, it was a recovery of Harvey, and that led to AR coming up with an idea of doing a life after Harvey, and that was really what put me on the map. I talked about how my product will kill bacteria and germs and mold spores, and then I mentioned odors, and as soon as I said odors, everybody's hands went up, and then I became a Cat's Curry tobacco guy. So, so you know, everything's about sight and smell in a house. You know, everybody has a horror story of walking into a house, but my goal is to affordably save the seller the equity in his home. I've got a table back there with some neat samples, so come visit me. I have some flyers. My flyers are free, so help yourself. But anyway, I'm very proud to be here and excited to be here. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
While back, what percentage of the
Microphone.
homes are you able to get the cigarette smell out?
So what percentage of homes are you able to get the cigarette smell out?
100%.
Wow.
100%.
Yes, I offer 100% guarantee. Cats, there's a conversation we need to have.
You gotta get rid of the cat.
There's a
We know.
partnership. There's a
Yeah, you
Can I
gotta
say
kill the cat,
something?
But
Can anybody
really,
hear me?
what's more important?
Genevieve, can I say something?
Yes.
How much do
Hang
you
on.
charge for about 1,500 for the smoke? About 1,500 square feet for smoke?
I generally charge.
repeat all the questions.
Okay, well, how much do I charge for the smoke, the tobacco? Generally about 45 cents a square foot is where I start. I like to find the threshold of pain. However, if the house is over 4,000 square feet, you know, I'll reduce it down. But, you know, my goal is to create a win-win situation. There are situations, I am gonna go.
Okay.
There are situations where someone's living in their home, they're smokers. Well, you know, what do you do? So I have also with pet odors, I'll do a two-step process. Number one is I'll go in there and do my treatment to mitigate as much of that smell as possible, leaving some information for any potential buyer to know that I'm going to come back and finish the job. I warranty all of my work. So that's something that I found successful. I've also had cases where there were equity rich and cash poor. You know, I'll collect my money at closing. I'll also I'll go to a house with a realtor just to assure the buyer who's interested in the house what I can do. I've done that before.
Can I say something real quick, Larry?
Okay.
Go ahead, Genevieve.
Yes, I want to tell everybody I've used Ed a ton of times. I've got dogs in my house, and I went to a house where you could just knock me over, and smokers and mold remediation. Ed has done all of them, and they've turned out beautifully, including my storage unit, which had an issue because of the HVAC. I've used him many times. He's awesome.
Can I ask a question too? Just a very quick one.
One more.
Do you have an office at the office? So how can we see you and talk to you if we're not there today?
Well, you can, my cell phone is always on me. You can contact me at any time.
You have your contact information, all your information is on the wall where the sponsors
Yeah.
wall is? Okay, perfect.
Okay, thank you.
It will be. Thank you. And I saw Rob Cook on there on the screen a minute ago. So Rob is out there. Hi, Rob. And then I also saw Bob Hale on there. So we'll get to Bob Hale in just a few minutes here. So thank you, Ed.
Thanks so much.
I think there was a.
That's it.
All right. Still not.
wasn't selected on it.
Home team inspections. Come on up here for a second. Another great partner on board here, so welcome aboard.
Good morning, everyone. My name is James McElroy. I'm the Home Team Inspection Service here in the Houston area. We are a franchise. We're also a multi-inspector firm. We have teams. We believe in the team concept. And before I get any further, I'm going to let you know, I'm used to doing like 15 to 30-minute things up here, but I promise I'm going to keep it really, really short for you. What I would rather do is have y'all guys come back to the table later when we get breaks or whatever and visit one-on-one, because that's really where the magic happens, right? So that being said, we can typically do 24 to 48 hour turnarounds on inspections because of the team concept. Means we can do more inspections in a day. They take less time. They're more thorough, more efficient, and we'll get the report same day. If those are things that are positive to you right now, especially in this climate where we have short option periods and you need a quick turnaround, we're definitely the folks to call. I have a partner named Jerry. You'll see him from time to time. We plan on being in the office as much as possible. I've already tried to get an office in here. I was told there's none available yet, but we're gonna work that one out. I would like to open it up for any questions because I think that's where y'all guys get the best value. Home inspections. I have a list of questions if you want me to ask them for you.
Not lending questions, not title questions.
Do you cover all of Houston?
We cover all of Houston. We can go all the way to Tyler and all the way down to Galveston. We've got enough folks to handle all of that. Yes, sir.
Average price on a square foot?
Sure. So we start out right around that 330, 340 range on a home up to about 1,500 square foot. We've checked the prices for what we offer. We're absolutely competitive. We also do pretty much all ancillaries within house except for WDIs. Those we actually partner with multiple different companies around town. We have great connections. We can offer your clients where they can pay for it all in one place, get invoiced all in one place. We do all the scheduling so that way your client makes one phone call. Swimming pools, septic system, water wells, analysis, you name it.
All right, so if you got any more questions, stop back at the table.
I told you I wouldn't be that long.
You did great. Thank you.
Can you give us the phone number, please?
Hang on, we got one question. One more. Hold on. Tell her to go ahead.
What's that?
Handy's asking a question. Handy.
Oh,
Let her go ahead. Ask her.
he's already.
Okay.
All right, we'll go to the next one. Miss Martha, you in the room? Martha's back there in the corner. Just grab a mic and say hi. So I pass Martha the mic real quick there. Kimberly's got one. Somebody's got one.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. How many properties are you managing now?
We currently have, just here in Houston, we currently have approximately 35.
Okay.
We also have properties in San Antonio and Laredo. And here soon, we will have some in Corpus Christi and in Belleville as well. So we are a property management company, specializes in management of anything that needs management. Commercial, community, and HOAs, condo HOAs, community neighborhood HOAs, multifamily units, residential and commercial. So we also pay for referrals for if any of the agents here in the office provides us with a lead. If your client signs up with our services, hires us, we do pay a referral depending on what all the agent will do, what we will do, then it depends on the amount of the referral. I will be having a class this afternoon as well, just going over and explaining what the residential lease is. I know several agents help your clients in getting rentals, just for you guys to read it and know what to look out for and everything before your client signs the lease. So I hope to see you guys this afternoon.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you.
Victoria. Grab you a mic here.
Yes, girl.
Good morning. How are y'all? Y'all don't sound good. Are y'all okay? Y'all awake?
Yeah.
You sound a little dead up in here in the funeral home. Okay, so as normal, 10/1, 5 p.m. I cannot beg you enough. Please, please, please. If you know you have a closing showing up 10/3 and you roll over 10/1, that really hurts us because we have to pay royalty on that money to Keller Williams International. I'm saying all of this is because it's an expense. I'm trying to keep our expenses down. We are rolling into the winter months and y'all know how winter is in real estate. So please help me, please. I don't know how many times I can say please. Please times a million, help me with this. And I say that every month because every month we have the same problem. So please, I'm begging. 10/1, 5 p.m. Okay? Okay?
Yes,
What is up with y'all? Y'all so dry.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the next thing is we are full on command. If you have a new contract, please submit everything through command. We are not in .loop. There are still people submitting things through .loop. It is very, very hard to keep up with 2 systems. So please submit everything through command. And if you have any problem switching, you're late, you didn't want to come to class or didn't have time to go to class, you don't want to learn anything new, we have free transaction coordinators. Again, free. Free. They are free.
Now, they're not free to us.
Huh?
They're not free to us.
Well, to y'all, they're free,
They're free.
okay? So please use them. easytc2021@gmail.com. Please reach out to them. They'll get you started. You just give them some information. I hope I got that email right, Michael.
You got it perfect.
Okay, perfect. I was a little worried about that. And the next thing I have is, we couldn't make a slide because she makes the slides.
She makes the slide.
So
How do
our
we do
employee of
this?
the month, Sophia, please come up. Color because of these reasons. But she has taken on various new roles and she has done it with such grace. So we just wanted to say thank you. We appreciate you. And
Yes, and it has been. It's been amazing. We've challenged her, and she has consistently stepped up and met the challenge and gone beyond. So, thank you.
again, 10-1-5 p.m. and if you can't make it, please just email me. We can work something out. I don't know what I don't know. So if you don't email us, we won't know to be looking out for, to hold off. So just please, just communicate.
And I was gonna say too, just understand the process. When she says that, we have to actually go in with Televisions International, we have to shut the books down, right?
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. We can't process anything more until we get our books transmitted, which is the third business day, by the third business day of the following month.
And it could be the second, but then I don't have all the checks. So, so thank y'all.
Thank you. All you do. There we go. All right, so we've got some August cappers. If you are in the room, if you are on this screen, stand up. There we go, there we go. All right. We've got some ball caps for you over here, yeah. And then if nothing else, later we'll get your pictures in there. So, by the way, it's in this market, it's not real hard to cap. I mean, you're only looking at 4 or 5 deals, you know, with the average price point. So it's not hard. Congratulations. 2 more awesome young guys. Come up here. Come up here. So Mitch Rainey is, I've known Mitch for about 10 years. So Mitch is our new compliance broker. You got your mic, good. This will be your mic. And then Brandon Lara. So Brandon, it was interesting when we were looking for the who. Garrett and I and Sophia were having a conversation and Garrett said, you know, we got to find somebody that works in an Apple store. Who wants to go to Apple and find somebody, just yank them out of there, right? That was our goal, by the way. And then we came across this young guy. So let's go here first. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go there. And then I know you've got some compliance pieces you want to hit.
I won't take too much of your time. Hi, everybody. I'm Brandon. It's nice to meet all of you. I've met some of you, but it's nice to see you all right here. This has been such a great opportunity to be a part of this amazing team. I'm Brandon again. I used to work at Apple. I tell everyone that I build relationships between people and their technology. So at Apple, you guys went to the back of the store because you destroyed something. You went to the front of the store because you need to replace what you destroyed. And then you come to the center of the store when you're ready to learn how to use it all. And that's what I do. I talk software with y'all. I make it easy to understand and fun to learn. So we're gonna get dangerous with our devices. We're gonna get dangerous with command. We're gonna really learn how to become software ninjas. Sound good?
Yeah.
That sounds good to me. I'm in the long, narrow office. There's 2 doors to get to me, so just come in anytime. I love to talk with people, so you will never bother me. I promise you that. All right.
Hey, Mitch. Mitch, come over here so you're on the camera.
Oh, yes. Great on the camera. Hi, I'm Mitch. I've been with Keller Williams for, I think, 12 years now. I came right out of school and joined Keller Williams, got my broker's license. Been doing compliance for about 6 years. So what I'm here for is to protect our fiduciary, protect the public. Of course, if we're doing that, then we're going to be protecting ourselves and the brokerage. So always remember what the fiduciary is. I will be having classes. I usually do a series of 5, be compliance, listings, buyers, leases. And there's one more I can't remember right off the top of my head, but it'll be on Thursdays. You can catch it on the calendar. A couple of things I wanted to point out. The IABS, if you pull it up in .loop or in Command, you'll see that my name's on there as licensed supervisor now. We haven't had it updated on HAR, but it will be. In either way, it's still fine. One thing I've noticed lately when I've been looking at and reviewing is some of y'all still have Michael as designated broker. Larry is now our designated broker, so that needs to be updated. If you're using social media, websites or anything, you must have the IABS complete and the consumer protection notice. Get with Brandon, he can help y'all put that on there. If you use your HAR link for that, it automatically updates when we update something. Plus, what else did I have here? IABS. One thing, HAR, everything is 3 days. So you have 3 days to post your listings, 3 days to make updates to it. I know in the listing agreement it says 5, but according to HAR rules, it's 3. If it goes beyond 3, or if you put something on any type of advertising, you have 24 hours to get it on to the MLS. So I'm downstairs, right outside the town hall. Town center, as I call it. Yeah, room 122. Please stop by. I'm an early person. I'm usually in the office by 6. Wow. Glad to be here. Thanks.
Yes, Mitch beats everybody in the office. Like he forgot his access card yesterday. He had to turn right and go back home. He got here at like 6:15. So good. Welcome both of you. All right, so we've got this system here. We pay for this, right? It's professional voicemails. Who's using it so far? You know, I am, right? It's free to you all, right? So get with Teresa. She can get in. You can have a male voice, you can have a female voice, whatever you prefer. What's that?
Can you have a Scottish accent voice?
A Scottish accent? I don't know. By the way, you're going to see some new things coming up in the office, which is pretty interesting. Back in the town square, we've got, you'll see a little high top kind of going in. There's going to be a screen there. It's going to be a touch screen that you'll actually be able to access when you've got questions about, for example, key to command, right? So you'll be able to go in, access that. Somebody will get on the screen with you live. You'll also be able to use that same service from home. So that's a couple of things we're doing. Also, Teresa's been heading up.
Larry, that's not just limited to command, guys. So they
No,
can
no.
do your memorial metrics. You're doing a listing presentation, you're freaking out, you don't know how to use Power Lister, they do. So they'll take you through step by step and watch as you're doing it with you. It's another concierge service that we've added to the company.
Correct. And then everybody remembers the green screen room, right? It's no longer green, it's gray, right? So it's transforming. Chris Kelso is.
Larry, it's like us.
It's
We're gray.
Right, we're gray, right? It's transforming. So Chris Kelso is buying some podcast equipment, and you're going to be able to do podcasts in there and access that. So everything's been painted in there. So we've got carpet down now. There'll be like a long desktop in there. So, and then you're going to teach on it also, Chris, and then we'll also have probably Brandon doing some teaching on doing some podcasts. We've been busy, by the way. So we got some transaction coordinators. You got Melissa Ramirez and Andrea Torres. We do have, once again, we've got the EZTCs, right? So there's about 6 or 7 of them already, and they've already closed out more than 100 deals in there. So agent on call. Where's our ALC members? Stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. One back in the back of the room back there, she's texting right now. Emily. I said, ALC, stand up. Right. So these, by the way, these folks, you know, they take turns you know, being the agent on call and answering those questions when you guys have them. Kate, you got something?
Yeah, I'm really, really happy to answer calls all the way through 8 p.m. But 9:15 is really pushing it.
Okay.
So try and watch the 8 till.
Can you repeat that on the microphone?
James says 8. So here's the thing too. So yeah, you've got, well, once again, you've got Mitch, you've got myself, you've got Hubert, you've got Marilyn, right? You got, the great thing is you've got a lot of resources. So agent on calls. Thank you, ALC. There we go. Sarah Watson, where are you at? You're texting, okay. Let's see if you can go shorter.
One time I look away from my phone, I pop up.
There you go.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah Watson. I'm with Frontier Title Memorial. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. Thank you. So I just wanted to get up here. Thank you, Larry, for the opportunity to speak. I am not the best at public speaking, so I'm gonna try to get through this. But I just wanted to, first off, thank anybody who has sent me business. There are several of you who have closed deals with me and my team here in this room, so thank you very much. And I also wanted to kind of do a call to action. Anyone who has not given me a deal or given me a chance, please do so. As Chris was saying earlier, if each of you gave each of us a chance, that would really transform a lot of our business. So if you have any questions or need anything, I'm available. My info is there. Also, my cards are always downstairs where all of the partners' cards are. But yeah, I would love to have the opportunity to work with you guys. So please reach out. Thank you.
Thank you. Culture. I know Linda Avers sent me a text message. I didn't get a chance to read, so she's heads culture. She had every intention of being here, and something happened, so I just didn't finish reading that message. Halloween is coming up, so we got a decorating contest, and that is on October 1st through the 25th. That's a long decorating contest.
Yes, next slide. So the door decorating contest. So I know last year y'all did the porch, like y'all decorated the porch. So we're gonna decorate your door, and then we're gonna start October 1st and then all the way to that Friday, October 22nd. Once that day hits, please submit all your photos to either marketing@kwmemorial.com, or you can text it to me, and then I'll send out the voting poll with all the photos so we can all vote on who had the best spookiest door. And then we'll announce the winner at next month's team meeting. And then we have first, second, and third place. So let's get festive.
Yeah. Tribes, Kate.
Come on down.
Mr. Bob Hale, we're getting to you there, so thank you for being patient.
I can outdo Chris Kelso and the Ed Camp. So give me a mic and a stage and I'll be on for 10 minutes. Okay, tribes. We have 800 agents, and there's a smattering of you here and some of you online. And what we're really looking for is a way to form small common interest groups so that you get to know, break down the 800 into small clusters, or as we call them, tribes. So we have 7 or 8 really good ones going at the moment. And if you don't know what they are, get onto the Keller Williams Memorial Agent Facebook page, because all the information is there. Plus, we're always looking for new ideas. We've got an agent who said, why don't we have a dinner tribe? Well, kind of, we're not all going out to eat so much at the moment. So that one might be pending, but anything else? Who's interested in golf, top golf? Who's interested in health and fitness? Not me, clearly. I'm more interested in the dinner tribe. But whatever it is that you're interested in, come along and shoot me an email. Kate Ferguson, easy to track down, the one with the Scottish accent. And if you have an interest, I will find someone else with the same interest, and we will get you going. Okay, we are too big a brokerage not to have thriving common interest groups. So come on, y'all, get your energy up and email me and tell me what you want to be involved in. We have wine, we have food, we have book club, we have a rosary group, We have Millionaire Monday, which is for the half cappers who want to cap faster. We're meeting in person on the first and third Mondays, and we're hoping to have more guest speakers to take advantage of meeting in person. So watch Back Agent, watch Facebook page, and contact me, kateferguson@kw.com.
Thank you, Kate. Fits.
Yeah, it's not working.
All right, so.
It's not working.
Not working? Okay. Get around that.
Yeah.
All right, so if it is your birthday in the month of September, stand up. And we got some? One. All right. You get the solo happy birthday. Everybody ready? Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I'm John. There's one online, John.
Next slide. Next one. There we go. Mega Camp Happy Hour coming up on October the 8th, 3 to 5 p.m. Tanya Blandini, are you online? Okay, so that'll be here. We'll be down in the CDC for that one. So 3 to 5 p.m. Awesome. We have our own office happy hour here on the 27th, 4 to 6 p.m. in the CDC. These are for everybody, by the way.
Yes.
Topics. Daniel, are you here? I don't see him. I don't see him. So if any of you saw any of the video work, even at Red Day, you've seen a lot of the stuff that we've got hanging up in the lobbies and the screens. That's what they do. So.
Hi, sorry, I missed you for a second. Did you call me?
I did, Tanya, but I told them already about the happy hour.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Kimberly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. We had another amazing month in the coaching program, $98,000 in company dollar. So, yes. So we've got top closed volume. And in third place, I've got Holly Turkington.
Like $1
million. Second place, Lisa Zhang. First place, Angelica Riveros. 0.253. I won't drink her. All right, next.
Is that it? Am I out of order?
All right, in third place for top listing agent for the month of August, Bridget Macias. Second place, Lisa Rigdon.
More
Come on down.
Thank you so much.
And in first place, David Walter. Congratulations. So we've got some first listings. Oh, first closings.
I can go to first listings if
It's
you want.
Craig Foster, Monica Sparenberg, Corey Venus, and Rachel Chambers, and Taylor Bailey. First listing. Claudia Garza, Blake Fancher, Bridget Macias, Allison Smith, Alexander Houston, Selena Gomez, Lisa Ringdon, and Norma Pena. Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right, now we're on to our Playing to Win series. So Bob, I'll tee you up now, so just be ready for this one. So we do this every month. We bring in somebody, you know, it's a little got real estate related, right? And it's very interesting. So this one, I've got to thank Rob Cook and Chris Kelso for connecting us up with Bob Hale. So Bob, are you on there right now?
Yeah, he's here. Come on.
He's there, so we're gonna get you up on the screen. There we go.
Make him a little bigger. Yeah. 1 second.
How you doing, Bob?
Good, good. Thanks, Larry.
Let me turn you up, your mic up here a little bit. Good, good. So welcome, Bob.
Thank you.
So how, why don't you tell us, Bob, just maybe a little bit about you. Most people in the room know you, know what you do. By the way, Craig did say hi.
All right. Hey, Craig, how are you, man?
Yeah, I know he's in town, but I haven't seen him here yet. So,
yeah.
But tell us a little bit about you, Bob.
Well, first of all, let me say I was glad to see you start off with Leslie Lerner. She's a great buddy, and she's going to do a great job for realtors serving on Trek. So that was great to see her. I got out of UT Law School in at the end of 1969 and went to work for the Texas Association of Realtors as their lobbyist for 3 years, and then moved to Houston and practiced law for about 15 years, and then became the CEO of HAR in 1988. And I've been in that role ever since. And I'm very proud of what we've accomplished over those years. We're recognized as sort of the leading association in MLS in the country by almost everybody you talk to. So we got a great team over there, just like you've got a great team at KW.
Awesome. So we're gonna talk about a few things that are maybe newer to the industry. Tell us about iBuyers.
Okay, that's something fairly new, and in a recent survey of consumers, 77% of homeowners would be willing to take 5 to 10% less to avoid the hassle of a traditional home sale in exchange for certainty and cash right then. So that was a pretty staggering amount. I remember I recently sold a condo, and I contacted 2 iBuyers to see if they want to buy. And the price, what they offered me was so low, it was almost laughable. So I certainly didn't do it. I had a great experience with a realtor. There are 4 iBuyers mainly out there: Open Door, Zillow, OfferPad, and Redfin. And in the second quarter of this year, they sold 15,000 homes worth $5.3 billion, which sounds like a lot. But currently at HAR and nationwide, they represent about 1% of the sales. So it's a very
recording in progress.
I'm sorry?
Never mind.
Yeah. All right, it's a very small share of the market right now, very small. So that's kind of the iBuyer story, I'd say. It's interesting that OfferPad recently went public, and it's valued at that time at $2.7 billion, which is pretty staggering.
Yeah. Everything has become technology driven, right?
Yes.
Keller Williams now is a very heavy tech company. So what are some of the new technologies that you've seen out there?
Well, there's a bunch of new models, and the interesting thing, they all kind of have one thing in common. They're all unicorns, which means they're all worth $1 billion or more in a relatively short period of time. So, I'll just name a few of them. Knock, which actually helps home buyers with a bridge loan. So you can buy the home and then not have to have 2 mortgages till you sell your other one. HomeLight, which is funded in large part by Google, it refers business to agents, and they do trade-ins, they do cash offers, and they're valued at $1.6 billion. And then Archer, another bridge loan player, is valued at over $1 billion. And Better.com, which I really wasn't that familiar with, is a mortgage lender worth $8 billion, and it's just started a discount brokerage. So for many years, brokers have had either their own mortgage company or a mortgage relationship. And now mortgage companies are doing the same thing. Rocket Mortgage just did the same thing. They started a brokerage and a discount brokerage. And then Picasso, valued at 1.5 billion, sells shares in second homes and then manages the homes. So a lot of new business models out there.
Yeah, they're all entering, many of them are entering that brokerage model, right? They found out that's kind of the way to go, right? Bring a mortgage company that is owned, that owns the brokerage, real estate brokerage, right? So that's a lot of business for you.
Yeah.
You and I had an interesting conversation yesterday that I thought was, this one I never thought about, which is climate and how climate affects real estate.
Yeah, climate is not in a good way, but it's going to be a major factor in our industry going forward, I think. Let me just give you a few headlines. The Western U.S. may be entering the most severe drought in modern history. According to the Houston Chronicle, if Texas had a Portland-like heat wave, we would experience 130-degree temperatures. If you think about the freeze that we had not too long ago, the damage cost insurance companies $18 billion. And due to the way that Texas allows insurance companies to issue policies, they may not be as good as some other states. And so many homeowners, they had the broken pipes that caused a lot of damage and they weren't covered. Then you see 1/3 of Utah homes, 1/3 of every home in Utah faces a high fire risk. In California, homes facing a fire risk amounts to $628 billion of value. And then in 2020, there were twice as many high tide flooding days as there were 20 years ago, impacting home values and insurance premiums. And I was in Fort Lauderdale not too long ago. We went downtown one night and the main street where all the action is had very high water in it. And I was like, what's going on? It hadn't rained here in days. It's the high tide that comes in. And people that live along the coast there in Florida, many of them, they go to bed and they wake up the next morning and their backyard's full of fish because the tides come in, left the fish, the tide went out and the fish couldn't get back. And so it's really, we're watching it firsthand now. And then the big problem, well, there's two big problems. One, insurers are fleeing fire-prone areas and predicting that flood insurance will increase 500%. So we're seeing some dramatic increases on the horizon. And then utilities face a $500 billion expense to fortify the grid. And, the freeze, we're going to end up paying $3.6 billion back to the people that provide electricity and gas. Because so and then you look at, there's two main sources of climate information. One is flood factor and the other is climate check. And if you look at the 5 largest websites for real estate in the country, number 2 is realtor.com and they've got flood factor. So you could go onto realtor.com and find any home in America and see what the risk of that home flooding is. You could go to Redfin, which is the number 4 website, and you can see not only flooding, but you can see fire and drought and high temperatures and other things. Or you can go to Movoto, which is the 5th largest traffic website that's owned by Ojo Labs out of Austin, and you get the same thing. And then that leaves 2, Zillow number 1 and Trulia number 3. And I predict by the end of the year, they'll also have all of that information on their websites. So that says to me, HR.com's got to add it, or people are going to go. Consumers want this. They really want this. And if we don't have it, they're going to go somewhere else where they can't get it. So, and then lastly, the one that's really kind of concerning is banks now consider climate risk for home loans. And there's two new terms that have come out. One is underwater riding. That's when banks consider external climate data in their decision to make a mortgage. And then blue lining, we've all heard of red lining, but blue lining is when lenders draw lines of risk around certain streets or certain neighborhoods. And we know that climate catastrophes are poised to destroy American homes, and banks are starting to calculate that risk in their decision to loan. So climate risk is now an integral part of the value of a home. So so you got insurance that's going to go up, or you can't get it. And then the loan, can you still get it? And what will be the terms? So yeah, climate's a big deal now.
Yeah, that one really amazed me. I never thought about it that way. So there's some things that are going on in the industry more at the national level. And it's interesting because we have such a large brokerage, and many of the Keller Williams offices are very, very large. So we've kind of gotten into this NAR lawsuit. I know Hubert, our attorney, Michael, Craig, and others, we've got some stuff we're doing to put together for this. Can you talk about that whole lawsuit, what that looks like?
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff. NAR and the DOJ had a deal, an agreement, and NAR agreed to do certain things. And the DOJ said, if you do those, everything's going to be nice. Then recently, the DOJ said, we want to investigate other aspects of your industry. And NAR said, no, that's not part of the deal. And the DOJ backed out of the deal. So now there is no agreement. And part of what they're looking at is the prediction is this year, real estate agents and brokers will receive $100 billion in real estate commissions. And that number just, is like a flashing red light. And so there's a lot of people that are trying to say, that's just too much. It's the most of any country in the world, and it's just not right. So what they don't realize is, an agent may work on 10 deals and none of them close, and they're working for free. I mean, people just don't appreciate the value that a realtor brings to the transaction, which in my opinion is enormous. But so back to the lawsuit. So there's a lawsuit by sellers, a class action lawsuit by sellers that say you're having me pay for you to represent me, but you're also having me pay the buyer's agent to represent them. And I didn't realize that, and I want that money back. And so that class action lawsuit is saying that they can go back for 4 years, add all that money up, and every agent and every MLS has to give that back. Well, there's not enough money in the industry to do that. So we would all be bankrupt if that were to happen. Then you got the buyer saying, I didn't realize that I'm actually paying my piece because it's built into the sales price. And if I was going to pay X%, I would have negotiated that down. So I have no rights. I'm captive. I have to pay it. So you got the seller and the buyer. Then you got the DOJ looking at a lot of things that even the clear cooperation rule, it says you got to put a listing if you advertise it or promote it in any way, you have to put it in within 1 day. I would have thought the DOJ would have liked that rule. Well, they may not. They may say it's antitrust and it hurts competitors. So we don't know there. And then now the Federal Trade Commission is adopted a policy of reviewing all NAR rules. And then you've got broker lawsuits against the industry, against MLSs, against NAR, like Rex, which is a broker out of Boston that doesn't put their listings in the MLS. So they're not pro MLS. So that's kind of where we are. And the problem is with these lawsuits by the buyers and sellers, some of the top plaintiffs attorneys in the entire country are involved in those. And one of them, one of the lead attorneys was interviewed recently on Inman, and they say, how long can you hold out on this thing. And he said, we could go forever. We have all the money there is. Well, we could go forever. So that's kind of disheartening. So that's kind of the status of those right now.
Yeah, it's a hot mess for sure.
Yes, sir.
So every month, on your behalf, we have a couple different showing services. Excuse me. So one of the showing services, so Victoria writes a check out every month to showing time for probably anywhere between $6,000 and $10,000 a month. Right?
And I'm sure Zillow appreciates that.
And I'm sure Zillow appreciates that. So HAR came along with something that I think is pretty amazing. And Bob, talk about that a little bit. Talk about the new showing.
Yeah, so there's showing time that Zillow has. There's Insta Showing that's owned by some of the people that started Trillia. There's Central Key that NAR and Central Lock own. There's Home Snap Showings that CoStar owns. There's local showings that Delta Media Group owns. Supra is now getting into it. They bought a company, so Supra, the lockbox company, will offer a showing service, but we created our own. And we created it with a large group of agents. And we said, forget everything you know or everything you do right now with showing services and tell us what you want. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to build this from the ground up based on what you want and works for you. And so that's what we did. And we've taken a few months to do it. And it's now in beta, and everybody that's a member of MLS has access for free to that showing service as long as it's in beta. And even then, when we start charging, it'll be very minimal. We're not trying to make a profit. We're just trying to cover the cost of the program. And so if you use the service where there's you can call a person, then it'll be more expensive because that's the big cost of this thing is the outside company that answers the phone. If you do it yourself, where you text, okay, yes, go ahead and show it, so forth, it'll be very minimal. So right now we've had in alpha testing, we've had 22,509 agents either put their listings in it to be shown, or agents that wanted to show a listing that's in there used it. So, and the comments are fantastic. I mean, it's seldom do you create a product that everybody kind of likes, but I think we've done that. We've got a tremendous staff and technology department, which I know you know, and I don't know, they've just done a tremendous job.
Yeah.
So that's where we are now.
Yeah, we love that. Thanks for doing that. I know you and Nathan and the whole team, put that together. So last question. So what is the new normal?
Oh, I'm going to quote Gary Keller because I just love this quote. Brad Inman interviewed him recently, and Gary said, every day physically based businesses wake up and they ask this question: what's the least I have to do digitally to protect my physically based business? The problem is digitally based businesses ask, what's the least I have to do in the physical space to kick your physically based butt, according to Gary Keller. And it sounds like Gary, I mean, but I got to really thinking, and what's happened, but due to the pandemic over the last 18 months, is we have probably become much more digital in every aspect than we would have under normal circumstances. We've probably accomplished what would have taken 5 to 10 years in just 18 months. And you think about all the tools HAR has created, for example, like the virtual 3D tour, the virtual open house, the virtual showing product, all these things. The virtual open house has been seen by 22,000 consumers, for example. They don't want to go physically to the house, but they want to watch it. And the key to that is too, Larry, is you may have a potential buyer in Saudi Arabia who's being transferred here, and you have an open house on Sunday. They're not going to be at that open house. If you do it virtually also, they can watch it anytime they want to from Saudi and decide, hey, I might want to make an offer on that. One of the top agents in the country I was talking to the other day, and he just sold the most expensive home in Napa Valley ever sold. And the buyer never set foot in the house. It was all done over the iPhone on FaceTime. So we're seeing digital really become important. And Gary also said, we're not going back. Why would we ever want to go back to the way it was? And I could not agree with him more about that. And NAR has said remote work, I'm sorry, Mark Andreessen said remote work is a permanent civilization shift more important than the internet. And NAR named remote work as the #1 issue impacting real estate, which has made the most incredible market ever seen due to remote work. And then you've got companies like Zillow, for example, with 7,000 employees who have told their employees, you never have to come back to the office. You can work anywhere in the United States you want to, as long as you get your job done. I don't care. It doesn't matter where you do it. What matters is you get it done. So the CEO of Realogy, for example, the largest franchise in real estate, will no longer have an office. She's going to work from home. If she needs to meet with people, she'll come to the office and meet in a private room. So those are some of the things. In travel, a lot of the large companies are saying, we're never going to spend as much money on travel as we did before because you can do it over Zoom. You have a lot of meetings over Zoom. You don't need to get on a plane and pay for a hotel room and all that. So those are some of I think the changes that we're seeing.
Well, awesome. Listen, Bob, I thank you so much. And I thank you so much for being here today, but also for all that you've done for Houston, all that you've done for the real estate industry. I know you get interviewed and quoted by lots of people, not just in Texas. So we thank you for all that you do.
Larry, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And tell everybody hi for me.
All right. Everybody give Bob a round of applause. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Jeff Owens, there he is. He's bringing a bag in his hand up here. So that must mean there's a gift or something to give away. I'm assuming.
There is, absolutely. Thank you. We on? Nope.
How about now? Thank you very much for the opportunity, Larry. I appreciate it greatly. First and foremost, for those of you I've worked with thus far in supplying inspection services, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am more grateful than you can imagine, and I appreciate that. For those of you I have not had the opportunity to supply inspection services, what I ask of you, if all possibility, is to add me to your inspector list, please. So as you hand over that list to your client for them to vet, or is that with your help to facilitate that, please give me the opportunity to be added to that process. I'd love to get the chance, at least the opportunity, either by you or through them, to have those questions being vetted, because obviously it's in their self-interest to get the best inspection services or best inspector to determine the health of the home. So please, if all possible, add preferred to that inspector list. I would greatly appreciate it. Why choose preferred? I'll give you a couple of reasons. Basically, from testimonials from your teammates. What better feedback can you have is through folks that you work with on a daily basis to say, hey, why do I continue to use this service? Not only as a partner of ours, but why do I continue to use those? And I'll give you a couple of reasons through feedback, through your teammates, testimonials that I've received from their clients, as well as their own experience. Number one, they know when I come out to do an inspection, I bring 25 years as a professional home builder and a professional inspector to every single inspection. Okay, so what better to give you and put you in the best possible negotiating position with your client back to the seller is to have a detailed inspection report that delivers information and empowers you to go back, and it's a win-win, right? So that's what I do. Second, through feedback, through not only the agents, your teammates, through the client, is communication, effective communication. Obviously, I've performed in my years thousands of walkthroughs with clients and buyers from the new construction side, and also on the inspector side. So
You know me if you've worked with me in the past, and if you haven't, I highly encourage walkthroughs, number one. Okay, I realize it's time consuming, and I realize some may discourage that, but I highly encourage that at the end, of course. I encourage the client to meet me at the home at the end of the inspection. And the feedback that the agents, your teammates have given me is that their client has said, Jeff provided several things that I thought were very powerful to me. Number one, he took the time to walk me through the inspections process, walk me in and out of the home, explain in detailed fashion his findings, the deficiencies, and not only that, put the deficiencies in context that made me feel like, okay, I was on the edge at first about the home. Now I'm not so much now. It made them feel as though they have it, they got their money's worth, obviously, number one, but they feel they know the health of their home. I take the time, and not only do I give them information as part of the inspection process, but my goal is to deliver the report to them through not only the walkthrough and, or if they can't make it, through the phone, of the report prior to them even receiving the report. Okay, and I'm there in that walkthrough to the very end until I exhaust. They exhaust, and I exhaust all my questions and make sure they are comfortable before they leave, that they receive the best inspection possible on their home. Okay, that's a win-win for me. And hopefully it puts you in a position to win-win for you. So that's my goal. Please add preferred to that inspector list, and I greatly appreciate the opportunity. Now, it's a little challenge. I got one opportunity here because I'm short on time. Could any of you all, I know you are very smart as far as what you've seen on the inspection reports, what is the, in a bedroom, what is the maximum distance along a wall that a receptacle could be from another receptacle, maximum feet? Along in a bedroom, along a wall, maximum in feet.
10.
But receptacle to the next
You have to holler it
receptacle.
out. 10.
12.
6.
Who said it? Who said 12?
12.
12 it is. Here you go. All right, so I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff. So we've got just a quick little presentation from Reminder Media. Anybody in the room using Reminder Media so far? Over here, Steve's got it. Good. Are they on?
Seth.
Seth?
Hey, Larry, can you hear me all right?
There you are. We hear you now. How you doing, Seth?
Good, good. Thanks for having us out.
You're welcome.
So I do some visuals. I can go ahead and I can share my screen here. So give me 1 second to do so. And it does look like I need permission to share screen.
Wait 1 second. Okay. Tell him he's good.
You're good now. Go ahead.
All right. Is that showing up for you?
No. Well, I'll tell you what, Seth, why don't you go ahead and just talk about it?
Sure. So here, actually, I'm trying to figure out now. I'm a little mixed up on my end here with it.
And let him now have me do it.
Try it now.
How about now?
Nope, you're gonna have to just
No,
go
I
ahead and
got it.
talk.
All right.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Okay, there it is. All right, yeah, again, thanks for having us out. We always love the opportunity, Larry. So I know we do work with a bunch of agents in the office. For anyone, this is the first time you're hearing about us. We got something cool that I think you might like coming up for the holidays here. So I can say with complete certainty, whether you're a new agent, experienced, part-time, I know referral business and client retention is absolutely critical to the business. We got some statistics slides. I'm not going to go through them all. I mean, you understand the majority of your business is coming from statistics, or from referrals rather. This is one that I do like to touch on. The majority of agents, NAR found, spend $0 on their referral-based and relationship expenses. So it really shows us that a lot of people are putting their time, their effort, but most importantly, money, maybe not in the right place. And ultimately, this is why we're here. The last thing anyone in real estate wants to see is one of your favorite clients have the for sale sign pop up that's not yours. So I'm sure everyone can agree, real estate, it's a relationship business. And I know that the more you see things, the more likely you are to remember them. So really, we help agents stay connected with their spheres of influence and the past clients to make sure you are getting the referral opportunities and making sure you're getting the repeat transactions. So we now have 3 ways of doing this. The American Lifestyle magazine, we've been doing that one for about 18 years now. Many of you have seen it floating around. The content inside is very similar to an Architectural Digest or a Southern Living magazine, travel, health, recipes, home decoration. We have one called Start Healthy that has a healthier spin to it. So overall health and wellness, healthier recipes. And we just started a 3rd magazine called Good to Be Home. And this one is all geared towards the home. So it's home upkeep, home decorating, still has the occasional recipe in it. Now, each of the magazines are 48 pages, 8 articles per issue. It's pure general interest content. There's no advertisements. It's not filled with a bunch of business or real estate content. And for that reason, it's not coming off as a piece of marketing. This is being seen as a gift and item of value. So taking a closer look at the customization, this is the front cover of the magazine. So the first thing you notice is the agent's photo, logo, and contact information. As soon as your clients pulled out of the mailbox, you were the first thing they see. As far as the imagery goes, as you can see, we're on our holiday edition. We have about 45 different cover options to choose from. So we have the holiday covers, we have seasonal ones. We also have more standard like neutral covers too, if you'd like. On the inside of the front cover, there's a letter to the recipient. So right at the top, Dear Bill and Judy. And then with the letter itself, we have letters we've written for you that you can use. You can edit those. You can write your own letter entirely and even customize it down to the individual. We also have 2 branded tear out cards in here. So there's one on the front, one on the back. These are recipe cards, do-it-yourself tips around the home. There's around 600 options to choose from. Again, those cards will have your branding on them so they can give it out to a friend or family member, keep for themselves for the recipe. One more way that we keep you in the home longer. And then the back cover and the inside of the back cover, you could really have anything you'd like back there. Client testimonials, success stories, listings, anything. I've had people put pictures of their dogs back there. And then of course, presentation on marketing. So I always highlight some things we do see a lot in the business. One end of the spectrum, the dinners, the bottles of wine, the gift cards, all great gestures. I know if we are doing it for every one of our clients on a quarterly basis, just in hopes of earning the business back in 5 years, we'll all go broke along the process. Other end of the spectrum, the newsletters, the flyers, the emails, again, they all do serve a purpose, but I know they tend to find the trash can pretty quickly. And that can really be one of our biggest obstacles. So the number one reason that agents are working with us, it's our shelf life. So we average a 3 to 4 week shelf life in the home of your clients. That all stems back to the quality of the piece and the fact that it is being seen as a gift and item of value. So it makes it past the trash can, it hits the coffee table, and it stays put. Keeps you in front of the clients longer, keeps you in that presence of opportunity longer. So for sake of time, I'll save all questions for the end. 2 questions we usually get at this point. One is how much does it cost? That's the next slide I'm going to get to here. The other is how often do the magazines go out? So with that 3 to 4 week shelf life, we have new magazines available for you every 2 months, 6 times a year total. So every 2 months we have new publications. But in terms of the pricing, we have a few different promotions that we're going to tie together for the office here. First of which is the activation fee. So typically to get set up with us, it's $300. We're going to drop it down to just $99. So $99, it's a one-time cost. This is good for life. This gets you in line with one of our marketing coaches. They will be your personal assistant on all of this. So you send over your photo, you send over the list of the contacts. They will put everything together for you and mail it out directly to the contacts. They make your life really easy. Moving to the right, the second incentive is the cost of the magazines themselves. So we're going to give everyone the bulk rate. Drops it down, it's $3.99 per magazine. So it's half the price of a Hallmark card. That covers all the back end, shipping and handling, customization. So we do mail it out for you. We'll cover all the postage. Minimum order is just 50 magazines. So 50 times $3.99 comes out to be $199. That is paid for when you want the magazines going out. Most of our agents are doing somewhere around Thanksgiving or somewhere around Christmas time. The last thing is we are offering it as a one-time mailing for the holidays. So you don't have to sign your life away to it. Try it out for the holidays, make sure you love it, but more importantly, make sure it's a good fit for the clients and the contacts that you send it out to. So that really wraps it up on my end. One last thing I wanted to do here. If there is anyone that thinks this is something they want to try out for the holidays, anyone that hops on board today, we're actually going to get you an extra 15 free magazines towards that first mailing. So anyone that hops on board today, you'll actually have 15 magazines paid for by us towards the first one. But I wanted to see if anyone had any questions on the magazines, the customization, or any of the promotions that we're doing for the office.
I think we're good, and we've got all the contact information. I see people writing stuff down, so.
Perfect. Yeah, I will go ahead and I'll type my information in the chat box here. And if there is anyone that's on Zoom that would like to schedule a time to speak today, shoot me a quick message. And anyone from the office, that number is mine, 570-878-5870. You can call it, text it anytime.
The phone number? 570-878-5870. Awesome. Seth, thank you so much.
Yep. Thanks again, Larry.
Okay, take care.
Hey there, Keller Williams Memorial. This is Jack Hawthorne, team leader at Keller Williams Heritage in San Antonio, Texas. And I'm really excited to give you guys an update because we are about 20 days into the month, which means we only have 10 days left to continue raising money and getting commitments for memorial family acquisitions. Now, if you don't know what that is, this is an investment group offered exclusively to Keller Williams Memorial agents and staff that allows you to buy in for as little as $5,000 to own real estate, to jump into this ecosystem of which we own pretty much every part. So it is impossible to get into a real estate deal for less. We want to make sure that you have this opportunity, and we are constantly on top of you to remind you not to miss it. So if you have any questions whatsoever, or you want to send a commitment in to say, I would like to invest this much, talk to Michael Bosart, Garrett Hall, or Larry Frawley. We would love to help you out. We would love to invest with you, and I hope you have a productive week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jack. Want to say anything, Michael?
Yeah, guys, this is an opportunity to get about a 10-11% return on your money and be invested in real estate. So the investment is $5,000. You'll be in it's like a REIT, a real estate investment trust. So it'll be with all of us that are in it. We'll take about 30 people, 30 plus. It can be more than 5,000. Of course, the return is commensurate on how much you put into it, of course. Minimum of 5,000. And our round of funding, we're supposed to end it in the next, first of the month. So if you're interested, you can email me at michaelb@kw.com. We'll send you the information. There's not a lot to it. The properties that we're looking at, they're just great rental properties. After 5 years, we sell the property, but you'll be paid dividends along the way coming from the rent. So if you want to get into real estate and just never did it, or you don't have the capital to put 20% down, 10% down, this is an opportunity to do it pretty easily. Hope you take advantage of it.
Thank you, Michael. By the way, just let us know. Like Michael said, there's a form. We'll send it over to you so you can take a look at it. It's got all the details in there for you. Garrett.
Only 6 people left. I appreciate that. So today we're going to talk about the 12 steps for adjusting your business in a shifting market. Right now, everyone's talking about how the market's booming, but there are trends right now suggesting that the market is going to take a dip. This is the first time that the market's dipped, I believe, since April. It went down about 2%. And usually there's about a 2 to 3 month lag before you see that in sales. So that was in July. We're looking at October, where you're going to see a dip in your business. So the goal for today is to give you some strategies on how to pretty much balance your business moving forward. The first step, evaluate your business. I challenge all of you all to look back over the last 18 to 24 months, basically since the pandemic started, and look for a track record of success. What is working in your business that you can take right now and then double down on it? What's not working that you can eliminate? For you all, you have a great tracking tool in KW Command. You can track where all of your lead sources came from. If you're a brand new agent, it's an opportunity to start from scratch. If you're a top producer, again, take time to go back and look at your transactions. It's a couple hours that could do wonders for your business. Next slide, please. All right, stay in touch with past clients. I did the cleaners the other day and I ran into an old neighbor. And they're the type of people that were looking for a home about a year ago. But because the market was so competitive, they put in about 10 offers. They didn't get anything. So they just gave up. Like, you know what? This is not for me right now. I'll come back to it. And most leases are about 12 months. So 10 months ago or so. So we should be in contact with them right now. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have worked with buyers who did not get the house they were looking for, or they're in a lease right now that is extremely expensive. There's opportunity for you to come from a place of contribution, help them do more with their money, and then own a home instead of leasing constantly. Campaigns are a great way to stay in touch with people. We have a lot of different CRMs. I believe the guy was talking about a magazine, but KW Command has a simple touch program. Just once a month, send a text message. Just checking in to see how you're doing, how your kids, is anything I can do to be of assistance? No sales pitch, just creating a connection with them. Increase your social media presence. What are you doing on social media to stay active? We just got done looking at Jack Hawthorne. He challenged everybody in leadership that Craig Owen manages to post once a day. I thought because I'm on social media every single day, it's pretty easy. That has been the hardest challenge I've ever had in my life, to post every single day and try to do something of value or promote a real estate agent. But the reason for that is because most people don't know what I do. They just know that I'm a real estate and everyone's talking to me about homes. Like, we're not competing. I don't sell homes. This is what I actually do. So I know if my friends don't know, a lot of people that I work with would know as well. So for you, make sure you're constantly posting activities and things that you're doing. If you're looking for trainings or to get better, I know it's spelled incorrectly, I apologize. But Buffini is starting next week. Next week, getting in touch with your clients. We have Joe Diasana and Larry Frawley spearheading that. Joe is one of our top producers, and he has been working strictly by referral for about a decade now. So you can learn where he learned his best tips from, which is Brian Buffini, and then they have interactions and workshops for you as well throughout the courses. If you want to sign up, you can just go to the training calendar. You can text Safia. We can send you the link to sign up today. We have a great reimbursement program. For every transaction after Buffini ends for about 3 months, you get $50 back towards what you paid for it. All right. I like the strategy from the articles I found. It was sending CMAs on potential equity in people's homes. We send random messages, just checking in on you, and newsletters and stuff that people just send to the trash. But what if you took time to send CMAs to people and see how much equity or how much value is in their home? That's a different step. And video messaging actually works a lot better than text messages and emails. A couple of different sources that you can use are going to be BombBomb and Zoom. And then the example that I'm using right now is where I got cool. He sent out 72 CMAs in the last quarter of the year. He got over $11 million in listings. For his time, and it took 5 to 10 minute videos. It took about 30 minutes to shoot one. It came out to about $3,600 an hour, just based off those activities. So be intentional what you're doing and step outside the box. All right, evaluate your expenses. A lot of times some of these CRMs or some of these mailers may cost a little bit of money, but I can guarantee, and Victoria's already known right now, so I'm glad about that. We have recurring charges, changes to we have recurring charges on our credit cards every single month that we can eliminate. Probably save at least $50 to $100 over the course of a year. That adds up a lot. You can invest that into something else, or they have more than that. It's $5,000 minimum to invest in real estate where you get a 10% return. How much can you eliminate from your expenses that you don't need and reallocate that towards something that makes you money? Those are opportunities that you have here at Keller Williams. All right, learn a new skill. I don't know, Chris Kessler just left, but I gave him kudos. Oh, he's in the back right now. I know y'all seen his TikTok videos and his dances, but one thing I admire about Chris is he knows everybody, like literally everybody in real estate Chris is connected to, because he's a great networker. That's one skill that I admire, one skill that I want to work on. And during this pandemic, that's something that I plan on getting better at, is networking with people and being intentional about it. All right, double down on farming. There are a couple of different strategies. I know we talk about in a class called BOLD, but there are opportunities to get market penetration in different areas if a real estate agent doesn't have more than about 25% of that area for you. Here are some different strategies to help you out. Become knowledgeable in the area. There's just steps to go through. Gather contact information as much as possible, but deliver a marketing plan. So I'm gonna give you a couple different tips or a couple different ideas that may help you market in a certain area. All right, just go one more for me. No, go back one more. All right. 7. So neighborhood events, we have like free desserts, ice cream trucks, host movie nights in your neighborhood, are all different things that you can do to get market penetration, get contact information in certain neighborhoods. So what are you doing to develop relationships with people? I believe, oh man, who talked about that at the panel? Troy Chase, the same thing. It's like ice cream social or something like that. He's not pressing really hard on those ideas or hard pressing people to get sales. He just developed relationships with people and slowly gathering contact information, and his business is skyrocketed. So those are opportunities that all of you can imitate right now. All right, network with feeder and market agents. So that means that people are moving all over the country. We just talked about Bob Hill and I think it was Zillow or Trilly or something. People can work anywhere in the country that they want right now because of technology. My best friend, he works in Cal Berkeley, but he lives in Midtown right now in Houston. Right? But there's an opportunity that I could have had to have a business or a referral, or somebody in California could refer them to me if I didn't know them. But opportunities are out there for you all as well. And you know, people moving all around the country right now. Don't be afraid to reach out and see like the market trends and reach out to those people in the feeder markets. A way to do that is through the Keller Williams Referral Network. You can see the trends and patterns of people moving to Houston. And you can reach out to people in those areas and develop relationships with them. All right, shoot more videos. I was working with Safia and Gab, I think yesterday, and we were looking for different marketing strategies to talk to real estate agents. And one social media platform that I had no idea how many people used it and easily overlooked was YouTube. YouTube is the #1 social media platform out there. It is not as frequently used throughout the day as Facebook, but more people, no matter your demographic, you know, your age, sex, how much you make, everybody goes to YouTube because there are tutorials on what you need to do. So if you don't have a video presence or YouTube presence, that's an opportunity for you right now. And people are looking for what to do. These are a couple different strategies on what you can shoot. So what people love and hate in a certain area, renting versus buying, like pro tips, favorite places in the area, more practical knowledge, neighborhood highlights. Go around the neighborhood, take pictures of what you like and send it out. Cost of living in the area. Lifestyle is a really big deal. What lifestyle are you projecting when people want to move into that area? A little bit about you, and then last but not least, testimonials have a big impact on your business as well. Record other people saying how well you do. Number 9. All right, don't drop the ball. Broaden your knowledge of the market. What are you reading? I always go to Inman a lot of times for these articles or different blogs or different podcasts in the morning that I'm listening to. Then have conversations with renters. Renters and prices are skyrocketing right now. For the price you pay for a small 2-bedroom apartment, you can probably have a really nice home somewhere in Houston, but you have to show people that path because it's a lot easier. And people are scared right now because they don't feel like they're going to get the properties, or they feel like it's going to be too expensive, or they're waiting for the market to crash. Probably not going to crash. So these are conversations that you need to be having with those renters. And then check back in with buyers. Same thing I talked about, opportunities. People that just moved in properties or may have missed out on opportunities. Are you still engaging them? Don't forget about them because eventually they will buy a home and you want to be the real estate agent that they use. And then the last part, just develop a strategy. Put a system into place. You want to build a checklist. What you need to do, you need to develop the steps, shoot holes through it. You want to design checklists as well to make sure that you're delivering at a high level for your clients. And you want to create a content calendar to make sure that you're consistent on your posts. You know exactly what you should be talking about with your clients. All these are strategies that should help your business, for all of you to do more research. Something out of these 12 should have caught your attention. Invest in it and get better in it. And thank you for your time today.
So if you get a text from me this morning that says, "Hello, Patricia, I'm in a conference right now. Can't talk on the phone, but let me know if you get my text, Lawrence Frawley." That's not me. Yeah, again, yeah, they got me again. So a couple people got it ready. So, all right, so we got some upcoming trainings this week. Understanding the residential lease, that is this afternoon with Martha. You heard Martha talking about that one. Ladies and gentlemen, come up here a minute. So you guys have a little class coming up here. Tell us about this.
She said she was going to start. So I'm Jeff Collins. This is my wife, Michelle Collins. And we have some guest speakers coming up in a class tomorrow that have changed, number one, changed our lives, changed our world. And in the time that we spent with Keller Williams, we've identified by speaking with some of the top coaching people in the company, including Diana Kokoska. We were very, very honored to sit and talk with her for a significant amount of time. And the one thing that we have identified is for married couples or business partners in Keller Williams, there is nothing in place to help you with the relationship challenges that you can run into being a married couple working together, being a partnership working together. And then you can take that a step further down as possibly having a team. There could be a lot of personality challenges that you have working in a team environment as well. So we're bringing a couple, Clayton and Ashley Hurst, who we've got a flyer here. You could check the training calendar. There's a Zoom link on there. We'll be in person tomorrow. We'll have lunch. We need an RSVP on that, which is on the calendar link. It is something that could significantly, from our own personal experience, has significantly changed our relationships, has significantly improved when we have challenges trying to figure out, what is your lane? How do you stay in that lane? How do you positively, in a positive situation, communicate the difference that you have with your partner or your spouse in a working relationship?
Yeah, that's great, Jeff. I was just gonna add, a lot of people, I got a couple phone calls and messages and said, is this just for couples if we work together? And I said, excuse me, I said yes and no. The reason I said no is because if you're in real estate, every single person around you is being impacted. Because when you go home, whether you sell 1 or 2 houses a month or 50 houses a month, you're with your key relationships around you and you're stopping and taking a phone call. Or you're on vacation, you're taking a phone call, or pulling out your laptop at a stop sign or a light. I mean, we're always busy doing something, so everyone can benefit from this class. Jeff's right, we went around, we got in the car and drove for hours to find people that were working together before we got into business together to say, what are you doing and how does this work? And whether it was someone that had just started working together in another industry or they've been in real estate, they really impacted our life and said, stay in your own lane. And that wasn't enough for us. So we just want to give back at a high level. We've been doing this for a long time and we'd love to share it with you guys. We're founded on God, family, then business. And I think it's nice to have classes that we can talk about God, family, and then business. What was that, Joe?
So I wanted to emphasize that Michelle and I won't be the main speakers at all. It's going to be Clayton and Ashley Hurst. And they are actually international keynote speakers. They've traveled the world. They've done conferences in front of tens of thousands of people. They've been broadcast over literally every country in the world. So it's a high honor to have them here and pouring into us.
All right, thank you.
And you got some flyers.
We'll get some flyers.
So
Yep.
you need some more information? There they are right there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Come on back up here. So we promised this class is going to happen this time.
Yes. And we'll have it spelled correctly, psychology. So my name is Michael McSorley.
That was a test, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Michael McSorley. I'm an agent here. I'm also a Master Certified Negotiation Expert and a negotiation trainer. We're having a class coming up October 6th and 7th for the Certified Negotiation Expert. You'll actually get a designation, the Certified Negotiation Expert, as well as 12 CE credits. How many people here would love to get more than 6% commission whenever you're listing a house? Okay. You'll learn techniques of how to do that. The highest commission I've ever got was 10%, 7 for me, 3 for the buyers. I've gotten 8, 9, all the way to 6. I've only cut my commission twice. That was because a seller sold a $1.2 million house and bought an $800,000 house, and I gave them 0.5% on the buy side. So you'll learn a lot of techniques about how to negotiate with other agents, to negotiate with your clients, to negotiate with your spouse, with your children, so it's not just for real estate. It's throughout your entire life. We've got thousands of testimonials, probably about 30 or 40 at least from this market center alone. These are skills that you will be able to put to use immediately. You also get some tools as well. I've created a negotiation spreadsheet that has every single option for the 1-to-4 contract that you'll be able to utilize afterwards, and can see specifically what each offer was in your counter offer and be able to work that out as well. So there's a lot of stuff that you'll be able to walk away with immediately. Has anybody in here taken the class already? Oh, well, we got a lot here.
Guys, a lot of you are in the embryonic stage of your career. You're relatively new in the business, and there's a million things you can take, and a lot of you get excited by some of these designations. This one matters. This is what your clients want you to be able to do for them, negotiate them. That's what they care about. They want you to help them through the contract and be able to negotiate the best deal. And this gives you the foundational skill sets so you can do this. And Michael's been certified in this for how long?
Since 2016.
It's a great class. I took it and it's been huge for me. So I encourage you, if you're going to invest in anything in your business, first off, the marriage one is fantastic. That's really exciting. But in addition to that, this is the one that you should be putting your money into. It's not expensive, but it's something that'll last you for the duration of your career.
Absolutely.
So I took this because I knew that this was the bulk of what we do in our business. And I milk this designation with every client I talk to. I said, you will not find anybody there's very rare that you find a master certified negotiating expert. I said, I've closed, over 700 transactions in my career. And I do it because I train myself with the right tools, and it has helped me more than any other class I've ever taken. This is the one that I tell people, this is what you need to have is to be a great real estate agent.
I appreciate that. And that's the same testimonial over and over and over. Anybody can put a sign in a yard. Anybody can list it on the MLS. Anybody can hold an open house. I don't tell my clients that I'm a real estate agent. I'm a negotiator that has a real estate license. It doesn't matter if you're showing your clients all these different properties. It's when the contract is signed whenever you need me. That's why we have buying agents that can take people out and show them houses. Whenever it's time, when the rubber meets the road, that's when the negotiations come in. And that's where you'll hear the majority of clients complain about their agents. Everything was great until the offer was submitted. Everything was great until we received an offer. And then we had to fight our agent to ask for more. You'll learn those kind of skills here. Now, the price is regularly $399. We've discounted it down to $349. On top of that, there's a code, and there's flyers up here, but the code is 50, the word first, FIRST 20, all together, 51st 20. You'll get an additional $50 off immediately, so it's $299. On top of that, Cato Memorial has been so gracious to give $100 rebate back to your agent bill for the first 10 people that sign up today. So $199, and we've never had that happen before. So $199 to get 12 CD credits and a skill that you can utilize immediately and that your clients are looking for. 82% of sellers and buyers were asked in a survey, what's the most important thing that you look for in a real estate agent? Negotiation was the #1 skill. This will give you everything that you need to win your listing appointments and to win your buyer appointments. You can register at HoustonCNE.com. HoustonCNE.com. If you've taken the class before, you can take it again at no charge. If you want an updated book, It's $15 for the book. So you're free to come. Just send me an email. Get with me. My office is over by Chris Kelso's. Just come by and I can get you registered as well. It's no charge. And if you do take the class now, anytime I offer it again, you can also take it at no charge. So unlimited classes after that for the certified negotiation expert. Any questions? The hours are from 9 to 5 on Tuesday and Wednesday. Yes.
I responded to, I believe, an e-bike. I don't know the age range.
Correct. We're going to be, so he had responded to the e-bike that you may have gotten. That's just an RSVP. We're going to send out a new one with a link to the actual registration. So if you did sign up from the RSVP, it was just, hey, I plan on coming, but you're right, you still have to pay. Now it's only $199 or $299 plus $100 credit.
So live and Zoom or
Just live here in the Market Center, October 6th and 7th. It starts at 9 o'clock on the 6th and 9 o'clock on the 7th. And I can promise you, it'll fly by and you will have actionable skills that you can walk away with immediately. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
I think that's a Wednesday.
Wednesday and Thursday? Okay, got it. Thank you. So October 6th, Wednesday, October 7th, Thursday. Any other questions? Yes. So the question was, she can only take off one day and can't take off two. Can she get half credit? No. So it's all or nothing. We do have breaks within. So I'm an agent as well. So I'm taking 2 days to teach this. I can promise you as an agent, you can take 2 days. And I've got 3 contracts right now that I'm working that are going to be in process while this is going on. So I understand, but you will more than make up for it within the first couple of months that you've learned these skills. Any other questions?
By today, let us know. Once again, that's good from the Market Center, $100 up until the end of today.
So HoustonCNE.com, register there, and then I'll get with the Market Center as well and let them know that you're registered. Anything else? Bueller? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. If you're doing nothing else on October the 6th, we've got Pathways to Mastery, the advanced course. By the way, when it says advanced, it doesn't mean you had to have taken a Buffini course. So it's for everybody. That one's going to start, Joe D'Asano and I are going to do that. It's going to be 8 Wednesdays starting October 6th from 9 to 11 a.m. Millionaire Monday with Miss Kate Ferguson. You got your mic right there. Right next to you. You did mention, but yeah.
Well, since I last spoke, I have confirmed that Brandon, the new tech guy, is going to be our guest speaker on Monday the 4th at 1 o'clock in the CDC. And he's going to talk a little bit about what services he can do, but he's also going to bring a couple of little tricks of the trade, because I texted him after what he said, and I said, dangerous with devices. That caught my attention. So come and give us 2 tips or 2 or 3 tips that could make us dangerous with devices. Millionaire Monday is for any agent who's done 4 or more transactions and isn't capping but wants to. And we will meet as a kind of peer group, some level of accountability, pretty well as much as you want. And we meet twice a month to get you capping fast.
Love it. Thank you, Kate. CMA training coming up on October the 4th. So Kimberly Gibbons is going to do that one, 1 to 2 o'clock. Showing agent program. So our James Selig's got that one. October the 4th from 2:15 to 3:45. So our showing agent program, if you want to be in this program, once again, it's been all set up by Michael in the past. You've got to have a clean car. It doesn't have to be a brand new car. You got to show up on time or you're no longer qualified. These are agents that, for whatever reason, can't get out and show or don't want to show a property. And so they'll look on this list, bring you in there, but you got to go through this class. Unconscious bias in real estate coming up on October the 6th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. That one's going to be virtual. Our win-win systems with the property desk. Who does property desk in here? Anybody? Good. Good. Having some good success? Good. Yeah, there's some great stuff coming through there. Michael's gonna be doing an action plan mastermind. By the way, he just got back from Boston. I probably just flew in on a red eye, no? Yeah. So you're doing that one on October the 11th from 11 to 1 in the CDC. Open houses for profit. Kimberly Gibbons is gonna have that one October the 11th from 1 to 2 o'clock. Build wealth limits, which is profit share. So I'll be doing that one on October the 13th. It is time that you get your unfair share. There's a lot of money that rolls through here, right, Gene Seeley?
Yep.
Right, a lot of profitability, right? So let's talk about what profit share looks like and how you build that. Making money through leases, that's going to be Dilsey's going to have that one. She's October 18th from 11:31. Bless you. You heard Leslie a little earlier, so this is going to be our Trek Town Hall with Leslie. So she's helped organize this thing through Trek. So when you've got questions, whether we're going to be up here or whether we're going to be downstairs, we'll still be up in the air based on how many people are going to attend. Free code of ethics. So Rob Cook's going to do that one if Rob's still on there, but he's going to do that one for us on October the 25th from 9:30 to 12:30. By the way, ethics, you got to get those. It was again, James, every 3 years. It's in the CDC. Did I say virtual? Oh, it's in the CDC. Yeah, that one's going to be in the CDC. But we are going to do that one also by Zoom. So it'll be, by the way, Rob Cook says, I'll only teach a hybrid class in your office because the technology is so good. So, but once again, that's mandatory. Go forward one.
Sorry.
Mandatory risk management class. All right, so this one is going to be, we'll have Hubert, we'll have myself, we'll have Mitch, we'll have Marilyn, we'll have, I believe it's going to be an E&O attorney in here, so we'll record that. If you can't attend, it's, once again, we're going to track your attendance on this one, and this is because of errors and omissions. So that one's coming up on October 25th, that's 1 to 3. Our October ALC days, you can see what's on the schedule. By the way, we want everybody to participate in the committees, right? That's the goal, right? You can do all this with the ALC. So October 5th, the 12th, and the 14th. You can see those committee days. Toastmasters, so Safia leads this one now. It is every Friday at 10:30 in the morning. So I think Sarah Watson said she had a fear of speaking in public. I don't think so, but she said she does. But anyhow, Toastmasters will be there to help you with that. Some of our daily, weekly trainings throughout. So Ignite is every day. It takes those 4 weeks, takes a week break, comes back in. We also got some new stuff coming out with Ignite After Dark, which is a program that's taught by multiple productivity coaches across the country. So especially those for the dual careers, that will be there for you. It's in a 4-week pattern, so it goes very quickly in there. All right, do we have any wants or needs? How are we doing on time? We are 1 minute to 11. Anybody got a quick want or a need? Seppi always will.
Hello, if you have anyone who wants to invest in an income producing, I have 14 single family homes all over the town, from Crosby to Pasadena and Humboldt, that we're selling it as a portfolio sale. Single family homes, 14 of them, portfolio sale. If you'd like to know more details, let me know. I haven't listed yet. I also have 15-unit student housing, renovated, 100% occupied, but UOH. None of them listed, we'll list soon. So if you need it, come and let me know.
Thank you, Seppi. Anybody else? Got one back?
I have one want. I want everyone to come by and grab a card from each of us vendors back here at Unit.
Have a card from the vendors back there.
There's also-
Partners, right? We don't call you
There's a big-
vendors, we call you partners. Michelle?
There's a big class Thursday from Gary, Mo, and, or is that just for, is it maps or is it for everyone?
I think that's just maps and leadership.
Okay.
You got a question? Oh, okay. All right, well, that's it. Thanks very much. Next month, we're gonna be October, whatever it is, the last 26th, last Tuesday of the month. So
Thank you.
guys very much.